Facebook. How's everybody doing? I know there's not a whole lot of people jumping on quite yet, but on the replay later, at least I didn't keep you guys waiting. But hope everyone's having an awesome Monday. Um, just wanted to drop a little quick tip for you guys. As a lot of I travel quite a bit, and so I think that this is definitely a tip that you guys can use, especially, if you guys find travel being very, very expensive. I've definitely found out a few different hacks along the way that, are really saving me a lot of money, especially when it comes to the flight portion. Now, when it comes to Airbnb and places to stay, I might do another live video on that, how to get it cheaper. But for now, we'll just stick with flights and go from there. So these are my top 3 hacks to get cheap flights to anywhere. And what's going on, guys? Say hello when you jump on. Would love to see who's on here. I'm actually using a selfie light to light myself up in the basement since it is a little too late to do this outside. If you guys don't have one, they come in very, very handy, especially for Facebook Live. But that's a little extra for you guys. But all right, so these top 3 hacks, we're going to start with, the way that I've been able to kind of, go on trips for cheaper, fly around, the states, outside the states, etc., is I use budget airlines. Number one is I use budget airlines. And what do I mean by budget airlines? A lot of you guys already know what I'm talking about. For those who don't, budget airlines are, airlines that they kind of cut out all the fluff. And Nico, what's going on, man? Excited to get back down to Puerto Rico very, very soon. Come kick it with you guys. Maritza, what's happening? Welcome on again. Good to see ya. But like I said, I use budget airlines. One airline that I use very, very often, I'm a $9 Fare Club member for them, is Spirit Airlines. They have some incredible deals, like just extremely low fares. And, they actually, I use them when I go back and forth to Puerto Rico. On this last trip back in January, I flew round trip from Kansas City to Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, which is on the west side of the island, and back for $190. So, I mean, that's pretty much unheard of. Any other airline, you're probably looking at $350, $400, which is still pretty cheap to fly down to Puerto Rico. But, to fly round trip for $190 is pretty dang good. I will note, though, that on a lot of these budget airlines, air quotes, budget airlines, if you want anything extra, right? They don't even give you water for free on the airplane. But if you want anything extra, aka you want to carry, take on another carry-on, you want a checked bag, etc., you're going to be paying for it. So expect that. But if you're like me, you don't really need a whole lot to travel around. You need a backpack, you need a laptop so you can work from anywhere, and you need a few pairs of clothes. And if you're going to Puerto Rico, you just need a swimsuit. That's pretty much it. So hope you guys can use that to your advantage. One of the other airlines I use is Frontier, right? Budget airline, Frontier. A great airline if you're looking to fly, literally all around the U.S. But as an example, I've done this several times. If you fly from Frontier out of Kansas City into Denver International, you can literally get flights round trip for anywhere from literally as low as $49 to like $79. So for less than $50, you can fly to Denver, Colorado, hang out there as long as you want, and then catch another flight back, and it's extremely cheap. I would suggest signing up for Spirit and Frontier's email list, because they actually put out all kinds of new, deals and offers all the time. So it's worth it to be on those email lists. The next one is Allegiant. I've heard some ups and downs things about Allegiant. I haven't really done them for all that. Use them for all that many trips, maybe Vegas a couple times. And I think I flew, round trip for like $114 last time I flew Allegiant to Vegas. But I mean, you can go from Kansas City to Vegas and round trip for like $79. So another great one. Awesome. Dude, good job, Harry. That's a freaking awesome deal, bro. How long are you going to be back for? And Luke flew Frontier to Cancun. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying, man. It's so dirt cheap, and yeah, maybe you don't get to, bring 2 checked bags or whatever like American, but I mean, if you're taking 2 checked bags, especially as a man, then we're gonna have to talk. But all right, next, number 2 is set up flight alerts. Some of you guys might use these already, but if you don't, there's a few websites that I use, and you can literally put in, the airport you're departing from, airport you're trying to, fly into, and they will send you alerts every time the rate drops. So it's honestly one of the best ways to, get cheap flights, keep your eye on cheap flights, because it's doing the work for you. You don't even have to do anything except check your email. Check your email every once in a while. And what's happening, everybody? Everybody else jumping on. Tiffany, Chelsea, what's going on? Luke, appreciate you guys. Caleb, I see you again. What's going on, man? Tiffany, I don't know if I said you yet, but hello. Hope everything's well up in Chicago. And so, yeah, so set up flight alerts. So some of the top 3 websites that I use, actually top 2, I threw a third on here just because I found it as a good recommendation from other people. But number 1 is, for me at least, is Airfare Watchdog. Airfare Watchdog is, a place where you can literally set up the place you're flying out of, and you can set up to send you alerts to, anywhere, right? Any flights under $200, they're going to let you know about. Or let's just say, as an example, if I wanted to go fly into Phoenix, Arizona to go visit my sister, I can set up a flight alert from Kansas City to Phoenix, and it's going to let me know when that price drops below a certain price, or if there's a really, really good deal that's going on. So worth setting up those flight alerts. Number 2 is Skyscanner. I actually just started recently using Skyscanner more. I thought it was more of like a kayak website, but they actually have a lot more features than that. And their flight alerts are starting to become some of my favorites. So I know that if you guys use them, check them out, you'll find a lot of good deals, good values on there too. Eric, what's going on, man? Eric Ivy, haven't seen you in a minute, man. Hope all is well. And then let's see here. Manny, I see you, bro. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you jumping on here. Hope you're finding some value in this and can use some of these hacks on your next vacation or your next trip, whatever you're doing. The next one is Jet Radar. That's the third as far as to set up flight alerts. As I mentioned, I haven't really used Jet Radar as of yet. I think it's kind of more of a newer website. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just haven't really seen it in the marketplace all that much yet. But, it's worth to kind of check them all out, right? I mean, might as well compare them against each other and then kind of shop the available options. And Derek, what's going on, dude? Hey, Emily, how are you guys doing? Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a killer day. And number 3, all right, on my top 3 hacks to get cheap flights to anywhere is search in secret, right? And what I mean by that is you want to be in incognito mode or use some sort of web-based proxy to kind of sling your IP address around the world so that it always shows that you're searching from different zip codes, area codes, parts of the world, etc. And the reason I say that is because if you're going to a particular website, I'm not going to name any names, but there are some websites out there that they track your cookies. And so therefore, let's just say you've got a flight coming up in 3 months. What they're going to do is if you've searched in that same lane before, a couple, 2, 3 times, you're going to notice that price kind of, going up gradually over the next few weeks. And so that's because they're tracking you, right? Everything tracks you these days. So, use a proxy, use incognito as much as possible. Sorry, I just turned Siri on accident. Proxy preferably, but if that's a little bit, out of your realm, a little bit too high tech, then just at least use incognito mode so it doesn't track all those cookies. Karen, what's going on? And hey, Matt, how goes it, brother? So yeah, search in incognito mode, use a web-based proxy. Let's see here. And that way, like I said, you're not going to see those flights start to climb the closer it gets to your actual booking or flight date. So that's just kind of a hack that a lot of people don't realize, but it actually does make a difference. So that's really about it, man. It's not, not every airline does that as far as, kind of tracking your cookies and blocking you or raising the rates as you get closer, but it's just a good practice, right? And it's not a hard thing to do. So yeah, Siri's definitely listening. Siri is listening to everything. So watch what you say to Siri, guys. But yeah, those are my top 3 hacks, guys. They have literally allowed me to fly, all over the country for, honestly, I don't know if I've ever spent more than $200 on a flight. Myself and a good buddy, Devin, we flew out to LA back in, I think it was August last year. And we flew round trip for, I think it was like $104 with Spirit. So it's worth it. So worth it. Track that kind of stuff. Hide yourself online. And you're going to get some really, really good deals, guys. And let's see here, where is incognito on the phone? You know, it really depends on what browser you're using. You know, Safari has their own incognito mode. Chrome has their own incognito mode. So you just probably have to, you know, maybe Google it and then kind of figure out where it is on your phone. It might just be called private mode or something along those lines. So just kind of search around and you'll find it pretty easy. So that is all I got for you guys tonight. I hope you did find some value in it. Love the comments, love the interaction. Thank you guys so much. I'm just trying to share a few of these hacks and just some of the things that I've learned along the way so that you guys can start traveling a bit more and, you know, kind of make it to your ultimate destination. So everybody else, have a great night. Thanks again for jumping on. We will see you guys on the next video. Have a good night.